you must drop when you are ready to start again. Tonight, I want to start with a truth that most people don't realize. When it comes to restarting your reading habits, you don't rebuild your reading life by adding more goals. No, you rebuild your reading life by dropping the habits that broke you. I've coached hundreds of smart, ambitious professionals, quite a number of them, people who want to read, desire growth, and are hungry for clarity. Yet, I see professionals all over who keep struggling with the same cycle. So what happens to them is that they restart, they get excited, they lose momentum, and then the cycle starts again. Why? Because their habits are working against their identity. Hello and welcome to this conversation today, and I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach. I help you master confidence, smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Today I'm sharing with you the 7 habits that you must drop when you want to restart your reading habit and when you want to make it more sustainable and achievable this time. You see, this evening, it's a beautiful Saturday evening from West Africa, from Nigeria where I'm streaming from, and I want you to come in with your journal, your pen, share this live with a professional that should be here. Don't see this video alone, because I'm going to be exposing to you seven habits that you did not even know, like they'll blow your mind, that are sabotaging your reading goals. Okay, you're welcome. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this live. Let's go. So what I see is that most professionals, because their habits are sabotaging their process, they keep going through a circle. Because their habits are working against their identity. Now, there's a person you're trying to build. You're trying to be this person who will love books, this person who can achieve their reading goals, this person who is able to achieve their targets for the year, especially as the new year is coming. Most professionals are already setting goals. Oh, this is the year I will do 12 books. The truth is that trying to restart reading with the old habits that kept you in the place where you couldn't achieve your reading goals the previous year, it's like planting seeds, fresh seeds, on a polluted soil. It doesn't matter how good that seed is, the soil will choke it. I want to ask you a question before we go. Have you ever told yourself, I'm starting again, then nothing changed? Have you? If you have, let me know in the comment section. I want to know, has it ever happened to you before? You tell yourself, I'm starting again this year. Oh, maybe you even did that at the beginning of this year. You said, oh, this year I'm going to read more, I'm starting again, I'm doing this, I'm achieving this. And then you say these things to yourself, but then it seems like you never get to achieve those goals. Let me know in the comment section, has it ever happened to you? Or let me ask you another question. Do you ever start strong and then you feel this heaviness return because it seems like you struggle? Hello, ma'am. Oh, ma'am, it's so good to have you here. Ma'am Ezebune. Hi, Guru Charampawan. I hope I pronounced that well. So good to have you here too. All right. Have you wondered why reading feels harder than before? Dear busy professional, have you ever wondered why does it feel like reading feels harder? Hi, Selva. Hi, everybody. Let me know in the comment section, where are you joining in from? Now, if this is you, I'm already seeing the comment section that people are in this place. Oh, Many Housewives Circle. It's so good to have you here, ma'am. Hi. Now, if you've ever felt this way, I want to start with this restoration for you. Take the scripture for me. Isaiah 43:19. Behold, I will do a new thing. Shall you not know it? Okay, from Nagaland. Okay, so good to have you, Salva. I'm streaming from Nigeria, West Africa. So good to have you here. Behold, I will do a new thing. So just consider it that you're restarting your reading again. And that's why the first thing you need to do is to drop the 7 habits I'm about to share with you. And I want to let you know that restarting reading is not a motivational process. No, it's not a motivational process. It is a detox process. Restarting is a detox process. It's not a motivational process. So today, we're going to detox. It's so good to see you too, ma'am. Minister's wife. Now, the truth is that there's a silent cost of reading habits that are wrong. So there's a silent cost of wrong reading habits. One thing you should do, if you know a professional, a friend, sibling, a family member who is also struggling with their reading, who, you know, those people that are looking at themselves and like, 2025 is over. I didn't even finish 2 books. I didn't achieve my reading goals. Share this live with them. Don't be here alone. I'm giving too much value for free. Don't be here alone. Let's be honest, right? Bad reading habits feel harmless. sometimes, but they are destructive, and you know it. You know they're destructive. You've looked at the statistics of the wealthiest men in the world, and you know that these people are readers. So you know that this thing is a key, something that you need. The truth is that when these habits stay in your life, number one, you will start and you will stop repeatedly. You see this starting and stopping, starting and never getting to finish. Let me tell you the truth. It affects your confidence. It chips heavily on your confidence. Your confidence grows when you... So I wrote a book, Mastering the Game of Consistent Confidence. And in that book, I talked about some C's. I think about 7 C's for confidence that can never be shaken. And one of the C's is consistency. So as a confidence coach, what I do is to help you master confidence, smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Even the consistency in your smart reading is one of the major causes for a confidence that is never shaken. Let's move. Number 2, a wrong reading habit will make you feel overwhelmed before you even begin. Okay, sorry about that. I think I got out for a while. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Let's move. You feel overwhelmed before you even begin. Now, it will now lead to number 3. I'm going to share this habit to you, but I'm just showing you what wrong reading habits can do to you. The next thing is that number 3, you start noticing that you begin to avoid books that genuinely you love to read. Like you bought these books with your money, but all of a sudden you start avoiding them. You start saying, I'm too busy. You start saying, this book is not for me. You start saying, maybe when I go on holiday over the Christmas. Hello, that's your Christmas reading plan. How will it work? Are you sure that it will work? Next is you lose confidence in your ability to finish anything. That's a sad part. Not struggling with your reading habit, listen, is affecting. I'm a confidence coach. Now, I know nobody has come to say this ever, especially to busy professionals, but that's what I'm sent. I'm not here to just talk about confidence. You desire, that's your goal. You actually don't want you just don't want to be confident. You want confidence, smartness. You want to speak and stand out in the crowd. Listen, the first step is smart reading. So there are 3 ways we'll help you achieve it here at the Academy: smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Starting and not finishing a book is simply going to chip on your confidence. The next thing is that it will now make you stay mentally exhausted instead of mentally sharp. Now, the truth is that carrying old reading habits into a new year is like carrying sandbags on a flight. You know what sandbags are? If you've ever flown, you can relate, right? It's like you carrying sandbags on a flight. No matter how powerful the aircraft is, you see that weight, it will keep you grounded. Now, I love to do a lot of neurological studies, and I've seen that identity-based habits, they either activate your brain's reward system or activate the brain's fear system. I know this is shocking, and you're wondering, what is this for reading? Hey, my confidence, fear, neurology, what is this? Yes, that's what I'm sent. The truth is that if your reading habits trigger fear, trigger stress, trigger guilt, trigger pressure, your brain will shut down. Before I give you these 7 habits, answer me in the comment section. Which habits have silently sabotaged your reading? What do you think is your reading habit life? Where do you think it is now? And what do you think is one of the reasons that could be sabotaging? What is the price that this inconsistency has cost you? What's that heavy thing that you know that, this year, if I had actually built this consistency in reading, I wouldn't have lost this thing. I think the reason I lost this is because I was inconsistent in this. The end of the year is a time to review, not reviewing to beat yourself up. No, review so that you can restructure. That's it. Review so that you can restructure. Let's get into it. Now, what are the 7 habits? Now, see, consider today's live session a detox blueprint, because what we're doing tonight is to flush out those habits that have been blocking your clarity, your speed, and your consistency. If you're ready, put in the comment section for me. Ready. Number 1, the start big or don't start habits. Habits number 1. You need to drop this mindset. You need to drop this habit. Let me explain what it is. It destroys your momentum before you take a single step. You know, when you wake up, you say, this 2026, I'm going to read. And then the book you go to carry is Why the Way You Do. Why You Read the Way You Do by Tim LaHaye. Or you go and carry a book by Donald Trump or Robert Kiyosaki, Why We Want You to Be Rich. You can carry this book. Or you say, no, this I'm going to read this year. You go and carry Growth IQ by Tiffany Bova. Are you seeing these books I mentioned? They are voluminous books. There's a level you will get to before you can carry them. Atomic Habits. Thank you, Minister's wife. You go and carry Atomic Habits. I will read 50 pages a day. I know myself. I listened to this confidence coach. She said we should read so that it will affect our confidence. I'm not the one that told you that. Big starts are like fireworks. They are loud, but guess what? They are short-lived. You know that old adage. If you're born in the 80s or 90s, you know that old adage that they say things like Rome was not built in a day. They say little by little. They say little drops make an ocean. It applies to your reading too. You see that new year, new me. Drop that new year, new me. New year, new me. January 1st, you're going to carry Atomic Habits, like Mrs. Wife said. The first habit is the start big or don't start habit. The start big or don't start habit. Now, starting big is like fireworks. But guess what? It is short-lived. It's a short-lived plan. It doesn't have a plan. Big starts are fireworks. Loud but short-lived. Small starts, they're like engines. You know how engines work? Engines are quiet, but they're unstoppable. Write it down. Small starts are like engines. They are quiet, but they are unstoppable. Listen, let me give you a strategy. Yeah, start big or don't start. That's a very bad habit. And that's one of the top 7 habits stopping busy professionals from reading consistently. They want to start big. It's not true. You know, when it comes to the book bingers with our inner circle program at the Smart Speakers Academy, one of the things we'll say at the industrial webinar, industrial webinar for this year is on the 21st of December. If you, on the 20th, the door gets shut. If you want to join us, join in now, or you wait till 2027, 1 year of struggling with your reading habit again. That would be too much. Too much price to pay. Simple, just comment BBB. Will give you access to the book bingers with now. Or send us an email if you're watching this later. Send us an email, BBB, to the smartspeakersacademy@gmail.com. Let's get you in. But once you come in, what we'll say, even from the induction webinar, is that if you know your reading is inconsistent, I will always say to book bingers, don't pick a book more than 70 pages. Don't. So that at maximum, you are not doing more than 10 pages a day. That's if you want to finish the book in a week. So look for this. We give you a guide. Now, one of the things we do is that we give recommended books. So part of the 11-in-1 bundle that book bingers are going to get is a 52 book recommended list. We do it every year. Last year we did it. We always do it every year. We get it. Top 52 books across what all book bingers have read. We'll just pick it and then give it. I mean, that's why, if you're not in the booty, I miss you know. There's an 11-in-1 bundle that's coming and it contains that. Okay. Now, that's because it's better to start with 10 pages. It's better to start with 10 minutes a day. 10 pages, if you add speed reading skill, you should do that in 10 minutes or max 15 minutes. Now, that means that it's very achievable. Very achievable. No matter what you're reading is, it's very achievable. Just begin and you just go. Habit number 2, guilt-based reading. Guilt-based reading. If you restart reading from a place of shame, the brain enters resistance mode. If you can see and hear me clearly, no matter how guilty you feel about not achieving your reading goals, drop it. You know, I understand this a whole lot, because if you feel guilty for not reading, you force yourself. Now, once you force yourself, the brain associates reading with pressure, and you will land in reading trauma. Trust me. Ever since I started talking about reading trauma, I can't count the number of messages that I get. Oh, coach, I got reading trauma from medical school. Oh, I didn't know that this existed, but you're describing me. Oh, listen, you don't want to read under pressure. Don't. It will sabotage your process. You will have more issues than the issues you have in inconsistent reading. And you know, when because of my study, I've been on this study on reading trauma for a very long time now. And because of my study, part of what we now added for the bundle that Bob Rangers will get for 2026 is the reading restoration letters. 21 letters. Very short, simple. They're just letters. You pick it every day. Pick one letter. They are handwritten from me to you. And then you go over it. Day 1, day 2, day. They're also recorded. So if you don't want to read it, you can. Because I see that one thing that professionals struggle with is they lose out on their reading and then. So I had to, with those letters, I had to build a system for restoring your reading rhythm. And I didn't want to, because the person who is already in the place of not remembering when last they read, you can't now give them a book. You don't want to load them. I'll put you in a place of guilt again, so no need. I just need letters. Simple, straight, heartfelt. Because it will take a lot of emotional connection for me to hold you by the hand and walk you away from that place of inconsistency to the place of restoring your reading rhythm without guilt. Emphasis on without guilt. Guilt-based reading is one of the top causes of reading trauma. So those letters, for instance, they are anchored on the scripture that says there's now no condemnation. No condemnation. Do you know why? Condemnation cannot build consistency. Write it down. Condemnation cannot build consistency. Condemnation cannot build consistency. Reading should not be done from a place of punishment. It should not be done from a place of guilt. Reading should be done from the place of curiosity. And curiosity is engineered. And you cannot spark curiosity in a place of condemnation. Think about the last time your parents condemned you. You're no longer interested in that thing. Including reading. That's why most professionals who were book lovers back in school, who could finish books, who came out tops in class, the last thing they want to do is to read signboard. You, Esther, you first class graduate, second class upper. And do you know that in my research, so because this is all I do it, and I do it, even the workloads, I do it, right? One thing I've discovered is that average students and what people we call back learners are the ones who do reading more in their professional life. Hard truth. Very hard truth. Do you know why? Most of them, B learners, average learners, CD learners, they were never pressured. Most of them let's just pass this school. When the people who are not so academic, they really don't have this reading trauma issue like that. A number of them, not all. And so, do you know that when they finish school, they're the ones who read more? They're the ones who are more, when you give them a book, they sit, they read it, they analyze it, they apply it, and they move. If you're a high flyer, please stop. You're a busy professional. Yes, you did not achieve your reading goal this year. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. It's very okay. Now, come back to your books with curiosity. One thing you need is my latest guide, Reading From Why You Read the Way You Do. It's a guide that can get you out of the place of guilt, right? Why you read the way you do. It gives you 10 steps to heal from reading trauma, okay? And then get into the book with just Ruth. You need to get my 21 restoration letters, which are letters I've written for this person. Exactly. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Oh, thank you for that, ma'am. So someone is saying in the comment section, I noticed that with my children. Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, when they were first, I'm an A-star student, right? I came out tops in class. But guess what? When I finished school, those people that were shouting, even signboard, and no go read. I used to be their leader. In fact, I created the WhatsApp group. I'm the admin of the WhatsApp group. Because the pressure that I went through was pressure. I didn't want to, don't do that. My pressure was not necessarily, so I grew up seeing my parents read. I grew up seeing adults read, right? But my pressure was, sabi. I too know. You they do, what are those names? I didn't know that they were affecting me. I mean, years down the line doing this, I've not realized that, okay, it's some trauma, right? But I didn't know this. But me like this, I couldn't read a book in almost 10, I couldn't finish a book in almost 10 years. Of course, except I had exams, except I had to go teach or something. But like on my own, it was hard. It was hard. So please, drop the habit of guilt-based reading. And thank you for being here. This is really conversational and I love it. I love this kind of conversation. Habit number 3, buying books instead of reading them. Let me say this. If you know that you have books unread, dear busy professional, don't buy new books for 2026. I feel like I'm calling you out. Are you feeling guilty? Okay, someone is saying something really touching here. My C child is the voracious reader now. The A+ son, he's read enough for his lifetime. Oh, the A+ son said he's read enough. Oh no. Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Your son actually needs the restoration letters, 21 restoration letters. And when I was writing, I didn't want to write a book. Like, they are quite short, they are really brief. Because I'm like, I don't want to load this person. I want to have a heart-to-heart connection. So it's my first time writing letters though. But I wrote them, 21 restoration letters for the one last follow. There were letters I wish I had, so I wrote it. All right, habit number 3. Thank you for sharing, ma'am. That's quite touching. Buying books instead of reading books. A full shelf is not a full mind. Write it down. A full shelf. See, if you have a bookshelf in your home, you want to write the signage. This quotes me. Thank you. Write this on a paper, on a sticky note, and put it by your shelf. A full shelf is not a full mind. Leslie Grace. Put it there. See it every morning. See it every night. See it every time you look at your bookshelf, so that you can get up. Because you know what I've seen a lot of professionals do? They buy books. You go, you see one new book, you buy. You see bundle, 10 in 1, you buy. You say, I will read it. Let me buy it. I will read it. Stop it. In fact, as a rule of thumb, I've said a lot. If I don't finish the books I've bought, I'm not buying new ones. So when I buy books, I'm actually on my feet to finish them. Because I know I'll keep buying. I'm an addict, so I will see books I will buy. So before I will buy anyone, I'm already on a run to finish the ones I bought. Buying a treadmill doesn't make you fit. So buying books and getting your shelves full of books doesn't make you have a full mind. Buying a book doesn't make you wise. So I make wise choices. I buy books. It doesn't make you wise. Yes, there are wise choices, but they don't make you wise. It's when you read the book that you get the wisdom. You know, there's a dopamine hit that happens when you go book shopping. Who can relate? Especially when you are the only one in the shop, or you're just a handful of people, others are just there buying other things. Maybe it's a shopping mall and you're the only one, or 2-3 persons on the line of where there are books. You know this dopamine hit, you feel good. Shopping for books. Your brain is tricking you. That dopamine is tricking you to think that progress is happening. There's no progress happening with buying books. Hard truth, but I'm telling you the truth. There's no progress happening when you buy books. The real progress happens when you actually read those books. So use what you have before you add more. Use what you have. Use what you have. Read what you have. Habit number 4, random reading. Drop the habit of reading randomly. You know how I say it in our inner circle program? I mean, book readers will get it. What I always say is, a day without reading is a wasted day. Do you know why? Beyond the fact that you lost a chance to build your mind that day, one thing you lost is a habit you were trying to stack, a habit you were trying to build. So when you miss out the day, you know, the thing about habit is, every step towards building a habit that you fall off and you don't come back quickly, you are not building another one. So I'll explain. Let me say you want to build a habit of eating before taking water. You build that for 10 days. By the 11th day, you now take water before eating. You fail, right? Come back by the 12th day. Otherwise, you start building another habit. The next day, you see that your brain wants you to drink water before eating. The next thing, you want to drink water before eating. So it was just a fall that happened. It was just a random thing. You think it's just a random thing. If you don't pay attention, you are now going back anti-way to the habit you actually wanted to form. What am I saying? Random reading, mood-based reading. Always always kills momentum. It destroys momentum. It destroys momentum. Your brain thrives on predictability. Your brain thrives on predictable systems. So follow a reading list. Follow a reading theme. What we have on the Book Bingers with is a simple monthly structure every month. So because the truth is, if you fall into random reading, it's because there's no structure. You don't know that it's possible to read a book a week or year round. And it's not only that you don't know, there's no structure. Nobody has given you a template. What we built in the Book Bingers with our Inner Circle program is that we built a template. 12 months of the year, we've built 12 angles of your life. The average busy professional has about 12 areas of your life, and none of these areas should drop. You actually need to read in all of these areas. So we've structured it for you. We've built it for you. We've given you the template for doing it every day. Plus a community where this is a norm. So that's how to fight random reading. It's the only way. It's the only way to stop that mood-based reading. Christmas is coming, holiday reading. You read only during holidays. You know, it's like wandering in a forest without a map. Do you know what will happen? You will walk, but you won't arrive. You won't arrive. Habit number 5, waiting for motivation. Ooh, you know what Proverbs 16 verse 3 says? It says, commit your ways into the hands of the Lord. Commit your ways. Commit. Consistency is built on commitment, not emotion. Commit. Consistency is you cannot wait for when you feel like. You can't feel like reading 365. Take it from me. I've read a book a week for years now. And this was never on the altar of emotion. Never. Consistency in anything. I've showed up here live Mondays to Fridays for months now. Right? It is not built on emotions. It's built on commitment. Consistency is built on commitment, not emotion. Motivation is a terrible master. It is inconsistent. It is emotional. It is unstable. Build systems, not motivation. In the Book Bingers booth, you get book boosters daily, right? They're meant to boost you to read your book every day. And it's never more than 5 minutes, and you get it fresh, 365 angles, according to the theme of the month. So maybe the month we're doing, it aligns with the month, right? It's a beautiful place to be. It's a beautiful place to be. But the first and the best to be the system like that, even though we say so ourselves, yes. But you know what I'm trying to say? What we give you, even as a book poster, is built on a system. It's built on a system. Because truth be told, systems over emotions, systems over motivation, systems. Habit number 6. Are you ready? We're talking about the 7 habits you must drop if you want to achieve your reading goals in 2026. Habit number 1, I said the start big or don't start habit must be dropped. Habit number 2, guilt-based reading must be dropped. Habit number 3, buying books instead of reading them must be dropped. Habit number 4, I said random reading must be dropped. Number 5, waiting for motivation must be dropped. Number 6, the all or nothing mindset must be dropped. The all or nothing mindset must be dropped. Let's talk. So you pick up your reading and then you miss one day. That doesn't mean you failed, you know? That doesn't mean you failed. Your brain learns consistency through return, not perfection. Write it down. Your brain learns consistency through return, not perfection. Do you throw your phone away when it gets low, when the battery gets low, when it eventually goes dead? Do you throw your phone away? Let me know in the comment section, please. I want to be sure that the people here are here. Do you throw your phone away when it dies? You don't. You don't. You charge it. You don't throw it away. So how come your reading habit died 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and then you're throwing it away? No. Consistency is not built on perfection. Consistency is built on return. So when people ask me questions like, how do you cope up with your reading? How do you cope up with journaling? How do you cope up with consistency? The day you miss, you pick up the following day, you move. You will build it, you get to a point where you can't miss any day anymore. But you know what? At the place where you're trying to, one of the beautiful things so let me finish that. At the place where you're trying to build the consistency, there'll be days of imperfection. That's what I'm saying. There'll be days where you fail, there'll be days where you fall. However, consistency is built on the altar of imperfection. Returning when you fail, not on the altar of perfection. Okay, I can see the answers. Thank you. Not on the altar of perfection. If your phone dies, you charge it. You don't throw it away. You don't throw it away. So you've missed it. And that's why one of the beautiful things within the Book Bingers booth is that you get weekly check-ins. Every week. Every single Book Binger from me. We've systemized it that way. Every single week you get personal check-ins. You get check-ins daily. You get because we want to let you know that even though you missed a whole week, come back. Even though you missed a day, come back. You are not building consistency because you're perfectly showing up daily. No. Consistency is built on the place of return. Return. Habit number 7. The 7th habit you must drop. The 7th habit you must drop if you want to be able to read more and achieve your reading goals in 2026 is drop the habit of reading alone. I get it. You're even shouting, I'm an adult. I'm a professional. Why must I read the people? You've been reading alone. Did it work? Tell me the truth. Listen, you don't drop the winning strategy. Let me explain. So back then when you were in school, when you were that A-star student that was flying up and down, did you read alone? You had a small circle, or you had a group of friends that you guys would go to the class at night to do your midnight reads, maybe your roommates, or because you were already in a class, there was some pegging of grouping of people that made you read. You never read alone in school. That's why if you check it, every single professional read more in school because we never read alone. There was a system of community reading somehow, somewhat, that existed. 2 are better than 1. Ecclesiastes says 2 are better than 1. So now that you're a busy professional, one of the reasons you're struggling with your reading is because you're not in a community. You're trying to read alone. Get into a community. The Book Bingers booth is a place where busy professionals like you are doing a book a week or year round. So stop. Drop it. Drop that. I want to read alone. I can read alone journey. Drop it. Join a reading community. A reading community where you can learn, where you can be seen, where you can be supported, where you can be sharpened. Join the Book Bingers booth. Today, if you comment BBB under this video, you will get access. Or send an email BBB to the Smart Speakers Academy at gmail.com. Now, if you drop these 7 habits, guess what? You'll be able to achieve your reading goals in 2026. Now, I need you to imagine entering 2026 without these habits. Just imagine it. Imagine it. If you enter 2026 without these habits, you know what will happen to you. Number 1, you read without pressure. No pressure. Number 2, no guilt. Number 3, no overwhelm. No inconsistency. Number 4. Number 5, you will no longer do scattered reading. You will drop it. Number 6, you have no secret shame about not finishing books. That shame you've been having because you didn't finish your books, you're feeling ashamed of yourself. You will drop all of those things. It won't happen to you anymore. Imagine yourself reading calmly, daily, weekly, joyfully, watching your clarity sharpened. Do you know when you read smart, you think smart, and every time you speak smart. Every time. Clarity comes back when you start reading. You begin to understand your pace of thoughts increase. You begin to realize that your confidence will move from confidence to confidence smartness. Because when you drop the wrong habit, the right reading identity emerges naturally. Naturally. Let me know in the comment section, which of these 7 reading habits do you need to drop today, right now? What becomes possible? Question number 2. I have 2 questions for you. Number 1, which one do you need to drop? Number 2, what becomes possible for you when you do? What do you think will become the reality of your life when you do? Let me see this. Thank you for listening up to this point. And if, scratch that, I know that you're ready to drop these habits. I mean, that's why you saw this video, right? And jumped on it. Now, if you're ready to drop these habits and you want to start building a reading life, you need to step into a system that supports you. And the Book Bingers Booth is actually that system. The Book Bingers Booth is where you belong. Inside the Book Bingers Booth, you will get a yearly structure that eliminates random reading. Number 2, you will get a weekly rhythm that builds identity-based reading, not guilt. And identity-based consistency is what you need. Number 3, you will get a reading community that keeps you sharp, accountable, and inspired. Number next, you will get a brain optimization system that helps you read 1 book per week without pressure. Without pressure. And then finally, you get a safe space to heal reading trauma. So if you've been traumatized with reading, the Book Bingers Booth is a home because it's a year-long system. Reading trauma that you suffered and carried for decades cannot go like that. It can't go like that. You actually need to be in a home where you can heal. This is not motivation. This is real structure, system, architecture. Today, I want to tell you that the 2026 cohort is still open, but that opening ends on December 20th. December 20th, by 21st, we're having an induction webinar, so it's going to end, and we'll not be able to carry new people into 2026. That means you have to wait for 1 year. And for now, joining in, you still have to take advantage of the early bird discount. So all you need to pay is 100,000 naira, and you can join us now. If you're just joining in, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Thank you for joining in today. Do you know a friend, a sister, anybody around you struggling with their reading goals? Share this video with them. These habits may be what is sabotaging their whole reading goal. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're just meeting me, I am Leslie Grace, the Confidence Coach, and I help you master confidence, smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. We go live here on YouTube Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m. West African time, Saturdays 7 p.m. West African time, for what we call the Smart Short Break series. And most times we'll take different themes, different conversations, all around confidence, smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. You will love it being here. So today's Saturday is 7 p.m. It's a winding down system that we're doing here. Saturday 7 p.m. So I'm going to see you on Monday at 1 p.m. West African time. Thank you for joining me today. Share this video with somebody that needs it. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you on Monday at 1 p.m. This is the smartphone.